Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is JJ and today I have another pick a card for you guys. So today is going to be all about what are you avoiding, whether this is subconscious or whether this is something that you are actually trying to kind of pull a Seven of Swords here and run the other way instead of dealing with it. So I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to inhale and exhale and ask your guides, what is it that you are avoiding? Again, this might be something that you're aware of. This might be something that you're not. So with that being said, we do have three options here. We have number one being Super 7. I bought this from Hippie Mystic. Such a beautiful, you can't really see it. The lighting doesn't really help, but it has 7 crystals in one. So this is Super 7. Option number two, we have, I always forget this crystal. Always. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I always forget, you guys. I'm so bad. I want to say, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna try. Okay, so it's a shaman crystal. And then we have the third option is labradorite with blue hues and green hues as well, depending on the lighting. So like always, all the timestamps are pinned in the comment section. All my information is in the description box below. Remember that this is a general reading. So what that means is only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. You can always take something from every reading that you listen to, whether these are my videos or any other tarot reader out there. There's always something you can apply to your life. So with that being said, let's get started with option number one. If you feel like you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Whenever you are ready, click play and fast forward to your selected option. So let's start with option number one. Let's see, what are you avoiding? Or what have you been avoiding? Okay, I'm hearing you're avoiding to see a truth in something. Okay, you're avoiding to realize something is kind of the energy that I'm picking up here. Or you have been, I feel like deep down you know the truth, because we always know the truth to things, but I do feel like in some way you have been not wanting to maybe accept the truth because maybe the truth is painful, or you are really fogged in and you can't really see. Okay, either your emotions are taking the best of you or your thoughts are, either or. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. And the reason I feel like a lot of anxiety and a lot of like sadness with pile number one, just because of the crystal. So let's see, what have you been avoiding? You have been avoiding a renewal. Yeah, I feel like, okay, there's some type of rebirth here that you have been avoiding. You have been avoiding to make a change that you know you need to make. I feel like you've been feeling stagnant in your life, or you've been feeling bored, or you've been feeling out of balance or not motivated. This woman looks, she looks sad, or she looks like, I don't know, she looks, I'm hearing see things from a higher perspective. Okay, I feel like you're very hyper focused on something here, and I feel like you have been avoiding releasing a lot of things, old energies, old, you know, people or old situations that are not serving you anymore, because I'm hearing you're not the person who you used to be, and you might be clinging on to people who are reflecting the person that you used to be. And so you know that by letting these people go, there will be, you're actually accepting the fact that you've changed, and that might be scary or that might be difficult for you. But I am hearing that that will bring in more balance and more peace into your life. Okay, because I do feel like there's something new. Spirit wants to give you something new. Okay, there's something that Spirit wants you to birth, wants you to create, wants you to follow. There's like a new path for you that will broaden your horizons in some way, or that will will get you motivated again, but you're holding on to things from the past or people from the past. And I feel like you need to release these people or these situations in order to create space for this new thing that Spirit is wanting you to embark on. Okay? Because I feel like if you're really honest with yourself, you're going to see that you are not content or you are not happy, okay, with where you are or with what you are doing. And your soul is pushing you to bring about change, okay? I'm seeing the Staples Center. I don't know if you've recently been to the Staples Center, where you are at, or a place like the Staples Center, but I'm seeing the Staples Center. I don't know. I feel like this new path that you're being pushed towards, it's going to be something exciting, okay? And that might be scary for some of you, right? This new path or this new endeavor. But you need to trust. I feel like there's a lot of growth for you, and you have grown a lot as well. Yeah, opens a pathway. Exactly. I feel like there's new pathways opening up for you, okay? I do feel like I also feel here that if you're feeling stuck, do not be afraid to ask, whether this is people around you or to your higher self, or however you call your higher power. Praying, meditating about it. Yeah, there's this energy of like just sadness. I don't know, I'm getting the energy of, because of the blues here. Even her eyes are blue. I feel like there's a lot of, there's this sense within you of a lot of questions. Okay, maybe you've been asking yourself a lot of questions and you can't seem to find the answers, or you can't seem to find a path forward. Kind of 8 of Swords energy here, where you're feeling stuck or you're feeling tied up. And they're saying the reason why you're feeling stuck and tied up is because you have been avoiding letting go of that which you have to let go of. Because there are new paths, or new paths will open the moment you let go of these people or these situations. Because there's something better for you, and you might be clinging on to something, like I said, that is not good for you. And I feel like whatever that is feels like a security blanket to you, okay? And you need to let it go. Temperance. And I was going to say 14 is very much like Temperance. A lot of healing is taking place here. A lot of guides are with you. A lot of ancestors are with you as well. They want you to have more stability in your life. They want you to own your power, and they want you to let go of things that are not serving you. Exactly. Page of Pentacles. There's something new for you happening here. There's a new path that you're being asked to go on that path, because even though it seems like a small path, it's actually going to lead you to the Emperor, which is stability, which is power. But you need to also organize. The Emperor is very organized, very pragmatic. So you need to have some type of organization here, okay? I do feel like you want to, there's an offer here. An offer to do something different. For some of you, it's going to look different for everybody. But for some of you specifically, has to do with career or a new area of study. And I feel like there might be a male, specifically an Aries or Sagittarius, okay, or earth sign for some of you, that is lending a hand to help you. Like I said, this path is kind of feels like the Staples Center, right? The path is kind of lead you to like where you're gonna shine bright with your potential. This is where your potential lies, or your power lies on this path, this new path, and you can't keep holding on to whatever that situation is. I'm also hearing, do not be discouraged if you feel like you need to make adjustments as you go on this new path, okay? Because you are the Page of Pentacles here. It does tell me that this is a path that you might not have a lot of knowledge about. It might be something new to you, okay? So they're saying really embrace that beginner's mind here, okay? And follow your curiosity to where you want to go, and do not get discouraged if it means that you have to do trial and error. It's okay. Adjustments will be needed no matter where you go in life. But remember, through trial and error is where we'll get to the Emperor energy here. And there's a lot of guides, there's a lot of ancestors, there's a lot of archangels guiding you on this path. And I feel like this path is a blend of two things for many of you, okay? And that might be why you're avoiding it. You've also done a lot of the inner healing here, and they're saying you are very powerful, but you tend to forget it. You tend to forget who you are, and you tend to give your power away to certain people or certain circumstances in your life. Maybe this flower has significance for some of you. I don't know. Daffodils? Are they daffodils? Because they're the same ones here. You might want to look it up. I don't know. The medicine for daffodils. Or maybe that's your favorite flower. I don't know. Healing. Yeah. With the temperance too. There's a lot of healing. Also father healing for some of you. Okay. If you have dad issues or wounds with the father here. I feel like you've been avoiding that healing as well. And it could have been something from your childhood with the Page of Pentacles. It could have been around also the beliefs that your father had about finances or about money or about education. And so you've adopted those beliefs and you've been avoiding healing those beliefs. But healing them and dealing with them is what actually is going to open up new pathways for you. Okay. See, she's holding like a yellow orb, and then the page has a yellow orb. So they're telling me that you have the power is in your hands. You have the potential. It's just a matter of you not wanting to deal with it because it has been hurting. It has been painful. It hasn't been easy. Sagittarius, a lot of Sagittarius energy here. For some of you, you need to let go of a Sag. For others of you, you need to embrace that Sagittarian energy, which is being optimistic, surrendering to a higher power, surrendering to your faith, right? Also, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So luck and abundance is on your side. Also, Jupiter talks about magnifying things, right? Growth. So you are growing. You have grown. Okay. Sagittarius rules the, let me see, the 9th house, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the 9th house. So for some of you, maybe traveling, expanding your knowledge, education, because Jupiter rules higher education. So some of you might be wanting to go back to school. Number 16, transitions to the spirit realm. For some of you, your spiritual gifts are growing significantly, and it's because you've been doing the work. Okay, and because of that, new pathways or new possibilities are going to open up for you. I do feel like a strong mediumship energy here. You're able to connect with your ancestors, Ángel de los Muertos, or maybe with past loved ones, or maybe with your angels, or you're becoming just more aware with this, okay, about this ability, or you're learning how to use it or grow it in some way. But again, there's a lot of sadness here. There's a lot of healing still that you've been avoiding. Yamaya, grandmother, ocean, primordial. So for some of you, this could be also nurturing. Like I said, a child. Something happened. There's something here in childhood with the father, with the mother. I feel like you need to nurture yourself, or you need to give yourself what you felt that you were missing in childhood. And for some of you, you're being asked to break this cycle with your own children, if you have children, or when you have your own children. I do feel like there is a strong grandmother in spirit helping and guiding you. 7 and 7. Guiding you through this spiritual journey, because I do feel like she's bringing in a lot of healing for you, because whatever this is, it is a very painful for you, but it is the root of why you feel stagnant or why you feel like things aren't moving forward for you. Okay, let me just move a little bit the tripod here. Wow, that didn't help a lot. There we go. Wildness. Yeah, you're being asked to follow the call, to heed the call. Again, there's a new path before you, and you've been avoiding it, maybe out of fear or out of something that was rooted in your childhood. Like I said, a belief. Yeah, you're very guarded here. You're very guarded. You're not wanting to step out of your comfort zone. You're holding on to some type of security blanket, whether this is a person or a place or a situation, okay? And you're being asked to expand, to trust, to have faith, and to go on a new direction. Yeah, you've been avoiding that rebirth. You've been avoiding it, and it's bound to happen. Another 7. Pay attention to the synchronicities. I do feel like you have been seeing a lot of synchronicities. Maybe you've been seeing a lot of 16s. We do have 2 16s here. Maybe you've been seeing 14s. Maybe you've been seeing 444, 777. But you're being asked to do something different, to heed the call. And this, I feel like this full moon in Leo really made you look at this. So I do feel like my number ones, you are aware of this. I don't feel like this is something that you've been avoiding because it's like my ego or whatever. It feels like it's more because you don't know what to do with it, or maybe you didn't trust the path that you were being presented with, or maybe you were just thinking that you were imagining things in some way. But I feel here that you're not, okay? You're being asked to trust, to have faith, and let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of in order to heal, in order for you to go down a different path, and in order for you to find your power, in order for you to find that stability within yourself. Because I feel like that's something that's lacking for my group number ones. Make sure that whatever it is that you're seeking, the love, the nurturing that you're seeking from others or from a parent figure, if they can't provide it for you, you need to accept that. Remember, at the end of the day, parents are human beings as well. And you need to provide that acceptance and that love and that nurturing for yourself. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. And now I'm going to move to option number 2. So for those of you who picked option number 2, Septarian, I believe it's Septarian, right? I think so. Finally remembered. So let's see. What have you been avoiding? What have you guys been avoiding, group number 2? The unknown. Okay. We're going to start off with that. I bow to the infinite intelligence of the cosmos and my next steps are revealed. Okay, so for a lot of you, you have been avoiding taking the next step. Okay, I feel like for you guys, you've been avoiding surrendering. You've been wanting to be in control. You might have always been someone who loves to be in control. And I am hearing here that you need to surrender. You need to let go of the control. You need to let spirit take the wheel here. And also I'm hearing you need to also trust on the path that you are being called to take, because even though you can't see everything, every single detail or how things will unfold, you need to trust that you're being guided and that you're being taken to a better place than where you are currently at. Okay. Quiet nourishes me, quiet nourishes me, quiet nourishes me. It connects me to the power of now. For a lot of you, I do feel like you have been avoiding being in the now, being in the present. I feel like you've been very focused either, I was going to say the past, but I feel for many of you here, it's the future. You've been very focused on the future and how things will be. And where am I going to be 10 years from now? Where am I going to be 5 years from now? Or, you know, after I finish this program, you know, how is my life going to look like? Or if I marry this person, how is my life going to look like? And Spirit is saying right now, I need you to get out of that space and I need you to be here now. I want you to please look at something around you. 5 things that you can touch, 4 things that you can see, 3 things that you can smell, 2 things that you can taste, and 1 thing that you can I lost the other one. Hold on. I learned this in CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. So just be present, ground your energy. Do not get carried away with the future, okay? Try to do this exercise very often. Walk barefoot. Take some time to yourself to quiet your mind here, okay? Yeah, you need to clear your thoughts. King of Swords. For many of you have been avoiding an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You've been avoiding making a decision in regards to work or working with someone. I feel for some of you have been avoiding trying to cut someone out, or I'm hearing for some of you have been avoiding making a decision when it comes to your work or to your foundation. For others of you, you've been avoiding a collaboration with someone, whether this is online or whether this is at work or your friendships. There's something here that you've been avoiding. I feel specifically you've been avoiding someone or making a decision about someone or a project of some sort or your craft. In the Tower. You've been avoiding the Tower because I feel like whatever this decision is that you're trying to avoid, you know that your life won't be the same after this. For some of you, you need to cut out a third-party situation. But I feel here that you've been wanting to avoid the Tower moment. But the thing is, if you are real with yourself, the Tower moment is going to come in whether you try to control it or not. For some of you, you've been avoiding a truth that you know deep down within yourself that you need to accept. I feel like there's a decision here that you've just been avoiding at all cost. This is the energy that I'm getting. I'm just getting resistant. Like I'm trying to tap into your energy for many of you, and I just feel like this resistance. Like I don't even want to hear it, JJ, kind of thing. I will say, please don't be stubborn, because I am going to say this kindly. Whether you try to be in control of your circumstances at this time, if something is meant to fall apart because it's built on sand, it's basically you're building castles on sand here. The tide is going to come in and knock them down anyways. So whatever it is, just know that it's bound to collapse at any time. Okay, and I feel like that's what you're afraid of. That's what you've been avoiding, because you're like, I don't know what will happen after that Tower moment, JJ. What will come out of it? What will happen? Like I'm scared. I don't know. And the thing here is that you're afraid because you're used to being in control, or you love to be in control. And I feel like right now, again, I'm saying this very, very kindly. Right now, you're not in control. Even if you think that you are not. Okay? And that's a huge lesson that you're learning. Because the King of Swords, yes, he sees things from a higher perspective, but he's also very set on his ways and on his ideas and his beliefs and, you know, and how he thinks things, right? So I feel like there's something here that's not serving you anymore, but because you're a little bit stubborn and you're wanting to be rigid, because the King of Swords in a shadow aspect too, it's kind of like it's either my way or the highway, right? You either collaborate or do things the way I want them to, or we don't do nothing at all. And I feel like Spirit here is trying to show you that this Tower, this change is bound to happen either way. So I feel like it's best if you collaborate with Spirit here and you surrender and just let things fall where they need to fall. For some of you, it's all about your life purpose, all about work. For some of you, you're being called to teach, to counsel. It could be many things. It could be an attorney. It could be an officer, because the King of Swords is someone of higher power, authority. But there's a decision here about your craft, about your life purpose that you're meant to build, okay? Or you're meant to go in a totally different direction with the Tower here. And that is what scares you. Again, your life purpose is going to be different for every single one of you, okay? Mars. Yeah, Mars. See, Mars is the warrior. But you're also being asked to follow your passion with all the red here. You're being asked to follow your passion. What are you passionate about? What do you love? What excites you? What moves you? What gets you going in the morning? Follow that, because that is where your purpose lies. For some of you, is being a defender of some kind, being a peace officer. I heard a peace officer. I don't know what that means. If you know, you can definitely leave it in the description box below. No, correction, in the comment section, so we can all learn from each other. Mars is also your will to fight. What are you fighting? It's like there's this energy of resistance here. Honestly, if I could just, it just feels like I don't even want to hear it kind of energy. I just heard stubborn as a mule, so I don't, I'm not calling you guys a mule, but that's the phrase that I heard. Number 5, challenging. Things are challenging. You're not wanting to go with it. Yeah, something's okay. So here's the thing. Whatever it is that you have been avoiding, that's the main thing of this. For those of you who picked this pile, that which you are avoiding, it's bound to happen either way. Whatever is built on a faulty foundation, whatever is built on something that is not gonna last, is gonna come down. And Spirit is saying it's time to clean it up. We're about to clean something up here. Okay, you guys? Oh, hold on. Divine sensuality, making love, erotica. For some of you, again, okay, I will say it. For some of you, you've been avoiding making love to someone that you feel a lot of passion with, because you're afraid of how things will turn out after. But I feel like there's a strong connection with this person. Okay, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of lust here. But you feel like once you give in to this person, your future will change. And I feel like your guides are telling you stay here in the present and the now, okay? For others of you, you're meant to cut out some type of temptation out of your life. Someone who is very, very much very tempting. Someone you might be sexually drawn to. Now, taking that out of the way, sexuality, sensuality to me is very much creativity. Okay? So for some of you, you're being asked to follow that passion, like I said earlier, and that creativity. Because you're meant to make something happen. You're meant to follow that. Also, you might be going through some type of Kundalini awakening. It's kind of what I'm getting here as well. For some of you, you're meant to be sexual therapist or provide some type of sexual healing service, okay? Yeah, like a counselor, a therapist of some kind. Balance and the world. Okay, I do feel here. For some of you, you've been avoiding this situation because you're afraid of losing balance. And it's totally understandable with the Tower card there. Because things will feel out of balance when the Tower card hits. But you can rebuild. You're being asked to rebuild. You're being asked to let go of this Tower moment if it already happened for you, and rebuild with a clearer mind. And to not be afraid of the unknown. Because there is more balance coming in and more success. For some of you, your life purpose is to build something for the masses. That is your life purpose, to bring in balance, to bring in messages from the divine, because you are very rooted. For some of you, you're meant to, I'm hearing you're meant to help people get balance and to help people clean things up, deal with people who have been through that Tower moment in their lives. Yeah, there's a new beginning here. again, you've been avoiding it. But it's bound to happen either way because there's a cycle that has ended here. But they do want you to know that with this new beginning, there's going to be more balance and a more firm foundation. That's the beauty of the Tower, right? It knocks something down that was faulty in the first place in order for you to rebuild something solid. And there's nothing for you here to be afraid of. But there is a need to release control, and I feel like that is what is scaring many of you here. But while you're going through this situation, through this cycle that it's ending, I do want you to have compassion for yourself and everyone involved in this situation, because I feel like it involves more people than yourself here. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. I wish you the best, and now I'm going to move to pile number 3. So for those of you who picked labradorite, let's see. What have you been avoiding? What are you avoiding? I love this crystal. Let's see. A love-based reality. You've been avoiding love. You've been avoiding connections. You've been avoiding not being with friends, with family. I feel like you're kind of like a lone wolf here. Sanctuary. In my inner sanctuary, I connect to peace, inner quietude, and comfort. Okay, I'm getting 2 scenarios here. I'm getting one scenario is for some of you, you have been avoiding being by yourself. Because when we're by ourselves, our thoughts come in, our feelings start rushing in, and we tend to get real with ourselves. And there's a lot of people that really don't like that. They don't like being alone. And so I feel like for many of you, you avoid this by trying to find sanctuary in other people, in family or friends. Okay, that's one group of you. The other group of you, I'm hearing that you like to be alone. And you avoid connecting with people. You avoid making those intimate connections with others, with friends, with family. You try not to put yourself in a vulnerable place. Okay, it's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Also, I'm getting that some of you avoid feeling your feelings at all cost or following your feelings. You may be very logical. Okay, you might make decisions based on your mind and the facts and how things make sense in a pragmatic way, instead of using your intuition or heeding your feelings in some way. You don't tend to put your feelings into the equation here. For others of you, you try to find sanctuary in other places that are not good for you, okay? Four of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. The 7 of Wands. You're fighting something. With the 4 of Cups here is this energy of something being offered to you. Spirit is offering you something. This is the hand of God or the hand of higher power here offering you this cup. But you're looking at something, you're looking at those 3 cups that obviously you're not happy with them. You're not content there. So Spirit is trying to give you a way out. But you need to trust. You need to trust your intuition in order to offer this cup. To take, not to offer this cup. Okay, for some of you, you want to offer a cup, your feelings to someone. But in order for you to accept this cup, you need to open your heart up. Because this guy has his hands folded, like saying, nope, I do not want it. I'm not paying attention to it. If I don't see it, if I can't see it, it's not there kind of situation. But I do feel like you're aware with the 2 of Pentacles. You're juggling here. You might be juggling 2 people, 2 situations, 2 circumstances. You're avoiding making some type of decision in regards to your emotions here. Yeah, sadness. I feel like for a lot of you, you tend to protect yourself. Okay? Tend to protect your heart. You tend to put people away. This person is fighting 6 other wands there. 6 other people with 6 wands. And I feel like because you have been, maybe you haven't had the best friends or the best connections. Maybe you have been, you know, betrayed in some way. And so you kind of tend to put your walls up, or you tend to be very defensive. And I do feel like even though you put these walls up and you're very defensive and you avoid having those close relationships with others, I do feel like your soul and yourself deep down are craving those connections, because you do feel sad. Okay, this woman here has like a easel. Is that called an easel or paintbrush with colors? I do feel like, again, you're sad, you're alone, you feel bored, discontent. The 4 of Cups is a card about boredom, about not being happy. It's a card about, how do I put this, like yeah, they just keep giving me discontent, boredom and discontent. And I feel like you need new things, you need more color into your life. Uranus, you need to do something different. Maybe connect with people who are Aquarian, okay? Sun, moon, or rising. Maybe they can help you. Because, see, Aquarius people are, they are emotional, but they're also very detached. So I feel like that's a good way for you to, because Aquarius also likes to have their space, okay? So I feel like that would be a good connection for you guys, because it could also slowly transition you into making those connections with others and opening your heart. Aloha healing. Yeah, you need to heal your heart chakra, the present, the gift. Yeah, there's see, that's the 4 of Cups. It's a gift here. There's a revelation, there's a friendship, there's something here. Okay, something of value that you're avoiding in taking this. You're going back and forth with this. And it's because you have, again, gone through some type of sadness, or because it's different. But also, I love the Uranus here, because this is telling me this is different than whatever you have experienced in the past, that you can trust it, that it's going to bring in healing for you. And ultimately, it is a gift from Spirit. So you don't need to fight it, okay? Good luck, good fortune, and goodness. Yeah, I feel like Spirit wants you to trust that there is a lot of goodness still out there in the world. There's still a lot of good people out there, okay? You don't need to feel sad, or you don't need to feel alone, or you don't need to feel like you need to do everything by yourself, or that you can't have friends, or you can't have true connections. Because they want you to know that that's not true. They want you to let go of this sadness, and they want you to make connections with people. And I feel like there's someone around you that you have not been wanting to make that connection. Or maybe you do talk to them, but maybe you just don't let them in. Okay? In some way. Again, this could be subconscious, or this could be something that you're completely aware of. Forgiveness. Yes, there's a lot of forgiveness that you need to do. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of anger that needs to be released here. And number 5, change. Yeah, you need to make a change. You've been avoiding that change. Yeah, I'm hearing you've been avoiding it at all costs. But I do feel like there's a lot of loyalty here. Okay, there's a lot of loyalty. There's a lot of good connections. There is an opportunity for you to build something solid with this person. Whoever Spirit is giving you. This person holds the key. See, this woman has the key here. Holds the key to your healing, and to bring about that change, and take away the sadness, and bring in goodness into your heart, and for you to trust again, and to live by your feelings, or at least including them in the equation. Okay, having a balance between your mind and heart is very important. You don't need to fight anymore. And if you do, Spirit is trying to gift you with someone that can fight there with you, so you don't have to fight alone. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. I wish you the best. Take care of yourself. It was an honor. God bless you, and bye.